All right, we back again for our second, I ain't gonna say inaugural, but our second show of the Dirty Ashtray.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy, the Notorious DOC, aka Marco Kane, and to this side of me is...
Y'all know me as that dude, the infamous DJ Mad.
That's what's up, that's what's up. So, we got a little bit of critique from our last show. You know, like I say, it was our first one. And we want to thank y'all, you know, for y'all's input. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. So hopefully this second show will be a little bit better.
Oh, it's going to be.
So today's topic, or this evening's topic, is entitled children. So I'm going to let my man start off with it.
All right. We're going to start off with a definition.
We're going to toast first. Yeah, we always got to toast.
Celebratory toast. Cheers. All right, the true definition or the AI version of what entitled children is children who believe that they have the right to do things or have instant gratitude and may lack accountability when they do something stupid or get their ass in trouble and they feel they have no consequences. That I added that part to the definition.
In other words, these kids that just think they want every damn thing and don't do shit to get it.
Also, they may have difficulty adjusting to reality and dealing with frustration.
Don't know when somebody say no, no means no.
No means no. And that no means no can go several different ways, but we're going to stay on this for right now. And of course, I typically like to get off script, so just stay tuned and maybe not, I will get off script. Characteristics of an entitled child: lack of gratitude.
When you give them something, they don't want to say thank you. They look at you like, well, damn, you just couldn't be better? Like, shit.
Or in the hood, hey, you don't appreciate that?
Hell yeah. Get that shit back. That's how I was taught.
Or that could be anywhere. I mean, people say that all the time.
Yeah, it's just not the hood. It's not in the affluent neighborhoods. It's not just for the rich, the poor, the whatever. Today's kids, they just think that they don't want to work for anything.
Yeah, they think everything's supposed to be given to them, and they don't understand that hard work can get you to where you need to go.
Exactly.
Not every CEO that you see started at the top. Now, right. Some of them did start with money. Let's make that clear. But there are a lot of CEOs and business owners that actually went up through the trenches. You had to work.
Excuse me, I'm just going to adjust my mic real quick.
No, there's nothing wrong with work. You hear in the Bible, they put in work in the Bible, but we ain't going to go there right now. But work is all through society.
Exactly.
If you don't work, you don't eat.
Yeah, you don't eat, you die.
If you don't work, you can't. I'm not saying we dress debonair right now, but you can't do anything. You work, it has to do something with everything. Work builds character. Work builds not only just character, work builds some type of self-gratitude when you are working. Some people feel good when they go to work.
Some people
feel bad when they go to work. I mean, it is the truth. And now if you have a very hostile work environment, no, you're not going to be able to focus on doing your job that is at task. And yeah, I might be getting a little bit off the script, but it all kind of coincides with each other.
Right.
Entitlement. You have adults that feel entitled.
Oh, damn. Sure.
You have girls, guys, women, men. Some of them feel entitled.
I work with a few entitled people. Like I said, we don't call people out unless we necessarily have to, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I got some entitled men that I work with. I got a bunch of entitled women that I work with. You know, you go in to do a job and they want everything fixed. So it's like, well, you can't fix everything, you know, but it is what it is. And I'll just go ahead and say, I'm not going to say exactly where I work, but I work around a lot of kids. So I see it every day that the kids is getting dropped off and they walking around like their noses is stuck up in the air, and they go to lunch, and you see them eating lunch. Ew, what you eating? You know, shit like that. You know, to the other kids that just got a sack of lunch. You know, and I can't say anything as much as I want to. I want to bust them in the back of the damn head and tell them, hey, look here, you not rich. Your parents is rich. Mm-hmm. You ain't make that money. Your parents made that money.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I digress on that. Like I said, I don't want to dabble in too much of where I work.
But not only that, in my field of employment, first off, most of you, some of you that are watching this, y'all know I own a business. We'll get into that somewhere down the line of what I actually do, but I own an actual business. I've been in business for myself 6 months. I've been in the industry that I have my business in for over 20 years.
Long time.
I've dealt with entitled people pretty much all my life. The part of town where I'm from, we came from nothing and we became something. But that was due to hard work. I have two parents. One worked at the post office. One worked at a school district. They didn't get to where they were at to this day if they didn't get up and go to work. And that's where I get my work ethic from. Now, back to what I'm telling you about me. Yes, I am a business owner. I have people that I deal with, they feel that if I don't get to their establishment on time, they feel entitled that they can talk to me any kind of way.
That's what I can't.
And that's where we have this is where I turn into the person I am. Now I will tell them, hey, you can go find somebody else, but you will come back to me.
And it's gonna cost you.
And it's gonna cost you a little bit more money. Yeah, it will cost them more money, but at the end of the day, people need to understand that if you're dealing with an entitled person, just treat them with kindness.
And respect.
And with respect. Entitled children, yes, they do need their ass whooped. You know, what child don't? I mean, think about it. I'm not saying they need to be beat up like we were kids.
I am. That's what's wrong. That's the main number one thing that's wrong with these entitled kids today. They don't get their ass whooped. They time out. What man time out? Well, my mother was alive. A time out. Shit. Go get that strap. Go get that switch. Hell, you catch a shoe come flying in the back of your damn head if you didn't move quick enough. Oh, and we ain't talking about my grandmother. Man, she had a strap named Bessie, and Bessie would tear your ass up. And then you get to come back, I'm gonna call 911. I'm gonna call CPS. Go ahead, go right ahead. I call them when they come get your ass. Shit. Hell, the next door neighbors would snatch your ass up back in my day when I was growing up. But what happened? All of a sudden now it's like, you can't paddle your kid. You can't whoop your kid. You can't spank your kid. These damn doctors and psychiatrists and funk ass shrinks and shit. Oh, when you discipline a child like that, the upbringing and man, I don't want to hear all that shit. Beat that ass. I guarantee you, some of these old crazy ass killers that's been burning up Angus. No, that's a different topic. It's been shooting people, mass killings in these schools. If the kids would have got their ass whooped when they was younger. Nah, true enough, some of them are young.
Well, don't forget that asshole that ran over everybody in New Orleans on New Year's Day.
Exactly. Him. I mean, if he got a good ass whooping when he was younger, ain't no way in the world he would have thought some shit like that. Unless he was truly crazy. Nah. You can't, crazy is crazy. But, nah. And that don't work for me. And like I said, I see these kids, how they be screaming and talking crazy to their parents and talking crazy to the teachers. I was in a grocery store a couple of weeks ago, and little kid, and he wanted some kind of snack cakes, and his mother told him no, put it down. That dude turned around, he looked up at her with this motherfucker. Who you think you talking to? Look, and I was getting some bread, which was next to the snack aisle, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I was like, I wish you would. I'm gonna push your damn head right into that damn snack cake. So his mother looked at me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, don't be sorry. Be careful. Because I don't give a shit. You could be 5 years old. I'm going to slang your little ass right down that damn aisleway. Go buy my groceries and walk up out of there. Yeah, true enough. If I get out of there before the cops get there, I'm scot-free. But if the cops show up, yeah, I probably will go to jail. But first thing I'm going to tell them is, this little kid stepped to me. I don't bar none. That spoil the rod, spare the child. Or spare the rod, spoil the child. Ever said, beat that ass.
Well, I don't really have those issues like that for the most part. A couple weeks ago. Now, this is funny. All right, I was at this grocery store down the street from my house. And the people there, they know me. So I'm going down the aisle. You know, I had a couple things in my hand. And I've been seeing these kids run up and down the aisle. So I'm not thinking nothing of it. I'm getting ready to walk down towards the meat aisle. This little badass kid come from around the corner, and he ran into me, knocked all my shit out my hand. So before I can bend down to pick it up, his mama came around the corner. She's like, sir, I'm so sorry. So I said, ma'am, it's all good. She grabbed that little boy like this. I said, uh-oh.
Was it a sister?
No, she was actually a white lady.
Oh, yeah, well.
That motherfucker ran into me, knocked out my stuff. I said, uh-oh, you in trouble, dog.
Beat that ass.
Oh, she did.
Take him outside, take him to the restroom.
I had peeked around the corner and looked like that. I was like, uh-oh. I was like, oh, shit.
And then that's funny you should mention, you know.
Now it gets better.
Go ahead.
I had to go down where the butter is at.
Yeah.
He got that look on his face. He looking like this, right?
Like he want to whoop everybody.
Nah, he looked at me.
Oh, like you told him.
No, he didn't even look like I told on him. He gave me that, hey, man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to run into you. So I said, hey, man, don't even worry about it. You know, shit happens. It's all good, but you probably needed it.
Hell no.
You should have been there. It was funny.
Yeah, it's like Walmart. Walmart is the worst damn place for them damn kids. I'm a big camper, so I'm always going to the camping section.
I don't go to that Walmart over by my house. I don't even like going in there.
But I got to pass through the toy section to get to the camping section. Well, that's a short way. If I could avoid going that way, but hell, why? So I'm walking through there about a month or so ago. Man, there must have been about 100 kids down there, and I know that was probably right before Christmas or right after Christmas. But man, it must have been 100 kids. They running around on bicycles. They throwing footballs down the alley. They got a baseball bat. Now, how the hell they had to take the baseball bat out of the package because it wasn't a real baseball bat. It was one of them little plastic
ones.
Yeah. They got the wiffle ball bat. They boom. I'm looking. And one of them hit the ball flew right over my head. Now, a little bit lower, it would have hit me in my head. Then I would have had to go ape shit. Or as I say, turn green like the Hulk. I would have started tearing shit up. And I know I would have went to jail then. But they didn't stop. They didn't say, excuse me, I'm sorry, nothing. They run past me and almost knocked me over to get to the ball. And I'm looking around like, what the hell going on?
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, all that running around, man. When I was a kid and my mom, she'd always go grocery shopping every 2 weeks. And all that running around the store, man, if she couldn't see me, and I would manage to sneak off every once in a while, I would drift off, go to the toy section. But, when she caught me though, didn't matter who was around, she beating that ass in the store. Then I get another ass whooping when I get outside the car. Then I get another ass whooping when I get home. That old thing they used to say, keep on crying, I'm going to give you something to cry about. Shit.
Hey, that was a real thing.
Hell yeah, you better shut up. You better suck it up.
All right, well, I'm going to ask you this question without you reading what I have over here. What's the best way you feel to help entitled children?
That's almost hard to say in this day and age. I mean, if you catch them out of the womb, and it starts there. Once your baby is old enough to start crawling, that's when you start teaching them. Hey, look, that pan is hot. Don't touch that pan, because there's repercussions on anything, everything that you do in life. Period. No matter what, where you out the womb, where you 15, where you 30, where you 60. Anything that you do in life, you're gonna have to pay for it, especially if it's something wrong. So the children, like I say, they need to be taught as soon as they start walking. That pan is hot.
But not just that. If you have one that's already entitled, one, boundaries got to be set.
Well, if you already
if
you already entitled your kid, it's pretty much a done deal.
Well, sometimes, especially in this day and age. Now, the reality is this: one, if you have a 2-parent household, it's almost required that the mother and father both go to work.
True, that's 100.
Sometimes these kids would pick up things that they when they go to school.
Oh, most definitely.
And then they bring home, but also, us parents can be guilty of this too. We're giving our kids electronic products before they can even say their first name.
Yeah.
And
I see that driving, going to work.
And that's
the kid in the back can't even hold the damn head up, but he got a damn phone in his
But that's why us as parents need to be accountable for that. Because we got to pay attention to these kids. You can't wait till these kids get 15 and 16 and then you try to teach them right from wrong. They got to start from the beginning.
Yeah, you can't they 15, 16 years old, you can't take their phone from them now. Or you can't tell them they can't go anywhere, they got to stay in their room, put them on punishment. It's too late. They going to sneak out the house as soon as you go to sleep. Or they going to be just straight out defiant and tell you, fuck you. Now, see, my kids do some shit like that, it's going to be trouble. Well, I don't have kids anymore, but back in the day, my kids have been put that chokehold on their ass real naked.
Nah, but this is basically what I'm saying is this. We got to pay attention to our kids. We got to know at least 99% of the things that they doing.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, we ain't going to know everything they doing. But at the end of the day, I don't want my kids coming up telling me at the last minute, hey, Dad, I got in trouble. I'm like, well, you should have told me that before you got into it. So if I tell you, don't go over here, I'm telling you that for a reason.
Right.
But if you still go over there, then you are suffering the consequences. Don't expect me to come bail you out. If I tell you don't go over there, there is a reason why I don't want you to go over there. I've been over there. You don't need to go over there. If I don't go over there, I tell some of my friends right now. I have some friends that stay in one of the dangerous neighborhoods in Houston. I tell them, look, I'm not coming over there to come see you. For what?
Might not make it back.
No, I'll make it back, because I don't dabble in all that stuff. But I try to tell them, say, look, why don't y'all come up there and come visit me? I mean, if you ain't coming up to my part of town with that foolishness, you don't have to worry about the police. If they don't bother me, well, they don't bother me no more. But I didn't give them a reason to bother me in the first place. Right. They bothered me because they thought that I was a hoodlum. I ain't never been no hoodlum. I may dress like one, but I'm not one. And I don't even dress like a hoodlum. I never have.
I do.
No, but
not all the time though.
But I'm a debonair dude. I don't look debonair right now. I can make a baseball hat look debonair. Yeah, like this baseball hat right here is debonair, and if I turn it like that, I still look debonair. If I turn it like that, I look debonair. If I turn it like that, I look debonair for real. No, but the moral of the point, what I'm saying, is this. Hell, I forgot what I was saying, but I'm going to say it again. No, but at the end of the day, when you're dealing with children or people that are entitled, look, Set your boundaries with them. No means no. If you tell even an adult that feel that they're entitled, you tell them no. No means no. If I don't want you come to my house, you ain't coming there.
Yeah.
If I don't want you eating my food, that means you ain't coming to my house anyway. So no.
Right.
If I don't want you to talk to me, I'm not gonna answer the phone. I'm not gonna respond to your text. No means no. But if y'all text me after this episode and say, hey man, you have lost your mind, I'm gonna tell you, you probably are right. But you set the boundaries when you're dealing with the children that are entitled. Teach them, not teach them, but they have to accept the consequences of discipline. Mm-hmm. Whatever you feel is your form of discipline. A lot of people are not going to whip their kids anymore. And it is what it is.
Well, yeah,
but I guarantee
that's
you,
true.
with some of these kids, if you take the cell phone away from them, the PlayStation or Xbox away from them,
Oh yeah, they damn near finna have a heart attack.
they will have a heart attack.
They think their life is over with. You take their phone and that game system, the laptops, anything that's digital. You take that shit from them and they lose their damn mind.
Well, but that's just how society is, because this is more of a digital society for the most part. How many people have house phones? Not many.
I've been because I know I ain't had a house phone in a couple of decades.
Yeah, I know I ain't had a house phone. I know at least 12 years.
Yeah.
There's no need for me to have one.
My parents still have a house phone. That's about the only people I know that still got
Well,
one.
my parents still have one too. That mug run today. I'm like, I answered the phone. I said, look, man, they ain't here.
Yeah.
Why him in the background? I'm like, how the fuck you know who in this house? And I hung the phone up.
Well,
I do that all the time. I'm gonna make you laugh real quick. All right. About my mind kind of escaped me sometime, but been about 15 years ago. I was running late for work. It was about 8 o'clock. I was supposed to be there at 7:30. I didn't care. It was one of them jobs where I was explaining to you, if you don't feel like you don't need to be there, you get there when you get there. And that's how I was. So the phone rings. My wife, I think, was upstairs, if I remember correctly. And I was in the kitchen.
right.
So I answered the phone. And they're like, hey, is blah, blah, blah there? She picks it up when at the same time I picked it up, but she heard me talking. So I said, nah, she ain't here. So I hear somebody on the phone. So I'm like, hey, are you in my house right now?
For real.
So he's like, well, I heard somebody on the phone. I said, well, here it is. And I hung the phone up. All right. This is what really made me go crazy. He calls back.
Oh no. Yeah.
So I said,
I would have 10.
I said, hey, babe, don't answer the phone. So I pick it up. I'm like, hey, man, do you know the number to the Better Business Bureau? He like, who? I said the BBB.
Yeah.
You call me one more time. I'm going to call them, give your name, the place you work at, and your address. And I hung the phone up again. Haven't heard from him ever again.
Sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes. But yeah, like I say, the answer to your question, how to fix it is, if you don't catch them early enough, it's no point. 15, 16-year-old, hell, they finna get ready to get up out your house anyway.
They'll come back.
Yeah.
They always do.
Especially these entitled ones. They feel that they can, and don't get me wrong, some of these entitled kids, they do go off to do
Some very successful things, and
big
then
shit.
they change their ways.
Yep.
But you got some that's my age that still think they entitled.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, who you think you are?
I got a couple of buddies, like I say, they feel like they entitled to everything. And I be looking at them sideways, but they know they can't pull that shit with me. So, you pull that shit with somebody else.
Nah, my homies think they entitled. I'm gonna laugh at. I'm like,
Who fuck made you king?
who made you big dog today?
For real.
Nah, they know better.
But you know, like I say, to catch it, you got to start early with it. If you start early enough with it, then you should. It's no 100% guarantee with it because you can't watch your kids 24/7.
Well, most kids respect their parents.
Most of them.
You know, and then sometimes it just takes time. You know,
But I mean, I can say, like I say, I work for a school district. I'll just go ahead and say that. I'm not gonna say which one, but I work for a school district. And I've been in the school district system, shit, damn near 40-something years, I guess. No, I can't say 40-something years, about 30-something
he's
years.
been in the school district as long as the Tonka truck been in existence.
I've been in it for a minute. But at least 20-something years. But I have seen a distinct change of the entitlement. It is starting to get a little bit better. Because I have noticed that some of these kids now, but in these younger kids, it's the ones that's in the elementary, not the high school, because them high school kids, they just fucked. I mean,
Nah, them high school kids, they already think they grown.
yeah, I hate going to the high schools. But
Yeah, it was like that when I worked at the school district. Yeah, because you remember that time we walked through that gym and all them boys were acting all silly and all the girls, they all out there cussing like they on the street somewhere.
Yep.
And then don't let a man or a woman be outside. The teacher will be in the classroom. They'll let the window up, get the whistling.
Oh,
like
yeah.
people some type of sex symbol outside.
oh yeah, for sure. It's like at the high school at the other district I worked at. Me and my sister was walking in the hallways one day. We were walking behind
They a mess.
it was a coach or a teacher or something like that who was walking down the hall. It was a female. Mm-hmm. And a little young man, he got behind her and bitch this and bitch that. And he didn't see me and my assistant, walking behind him.
Yeah.
And I just kind of did one of them numbers. And he turned around, he looked, he saw me and my assistant, and he shut up. He got quiet. Now, although I did have one of those big, long, triple D flashlights in my hand, spinning it around, I don't know if that deterred him or not, but
But no, what probably really deterred him, there was a male figure that was there.
yeah.
And
And the lady, whoever, like I said, whoever she was, whatever administrator she was, she mouthed off, "Thank you," and I was like, "I ain't do nothing," we just walking behind him. Now, if he would have hauled off and said something too much to me, it probably
would have been a different
It would
story.
have been a different story. But he shut up. He kept walking. He went around the lady and walked on off. But I catch it now. When I go in some of these schools now, especially like I say, especially the high schools, I hate going in them.
Mm-hmm.
Walk in there, they bump into you. They don't say excuse me. But see, I turn around real quick. Hey, man. And then, I'm sorry.
oh, that's just bad manners. That's all that
Well,
is.
yeah, but that's still part of entitlement. That they think that they can run into you and don't say excuse me or sorry or anything. But one quick bump across the head or a quick whiff of a motherfucking knife across your damn arm,
Hit them with that UFC elbow.
they'll calm their asses down real quick. I mean, yeah, true enough, you're going to get yourself in trouble, but that's going to be etched in their head. Oh, shit, if I ever see him again, I'm going to walk the other way. So, but yeah, entitlement. It's a tricky, it's a little tricky thing.
Yeah, it's one of them little.
Catch them early and I think they be okay. But I think after 8, 9 years old, if you ain't taught them about being entitled, that you not go everything that you ask for,
Well,
you're not gonna get for,
right from wrong.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
that you not gonna get it, then you good. But after 8, 9, 10 years old, when they start smelling themselves, as them old folks used to say, hey, yeah, this over. It's a wrap. They're gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna say what they want to say, and unfortunately, they're gonna come across somebody that's gonna beat their ass,
Yeah, it happens.
and or pull a bullet in them, or do some bodily harm to their ass.
Well, it's just like a bully sometimes. Those bullies, they they think they the baddest dog in the yard.
For damn sure. But we're gonna take a commercial break real quick and go use the facilities and whatnot. Then we'll come back and pick the topic back up again. So y'all just be brief with us.
We'll be back.
All right, y'all, we back. So, Mike, I got something that I guess I want to say or get off my head or whatever. But why do you think these kids are so damn entitled nowadays?
Well, it could be a number of things. No matter what they get, if it's the younger kids, it's usually toys. They don't appreciate it. They may throw that mug across the room.
Ass whooping.
Well, yeah, I mean, temper tantrum. That's what that is. Entitled kids, every kid throws a temper tantrum. It's a matter of what you do to stop that. When they get older, of course, that's where the gadgets come into play. The cell phones, the iPads, the computers, anything that has to do with something electronic. They feel that if they get in trouble, they can still continue to use those things. But if you don't have some type of discipline, they're going to feel that they can do whatever they want. And when it sneaks into adulthood, that's when they get in trouble.
Well, even if let's say the kid thinks he's entitled, whatever, the little youngster, and the parent is doing the discipline, doing the tough love, yada, 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 and they still act that same kind of way.
Well, that's just a bad child.
Well, is it that they bad, or do they have some kind of chemical mental imbalance in their head that they need to start seeking some help from a doctor? Or
well, it could be a number of things. You can beat up a child until you can't beat them up no more, and they still gonna continue to do the same thing. I mean, one of my friends called that child Satan. I'm like, that's cold, bro.
Well, it's like the reason why I say it.
Hey, it is what it is. You do have those children. No matter what you do, they still gonna continue to be a knothead.
Right. Well, the reason why I say it is because I had a good friend. He had a son, or still has a son. The boy, we would talk, and he would tell me about what the boy would do in school. I got to go, dog. I got to go to the school, and he was always disruptive, always tearing stuff up, always getting into something, at school. And he was a little kid, still in elementary, and one of the counselors at the school told him he was a single dad. The mother had passed away, but. The kid still knew his mother. Like I said, it was something that had recently happened or whatever.
Yeah.
But one of the counselors told the dad, "Hey, look, you might want to get him tested." And he was like, "Tested for what?" ADHD. So he said, "Okay, let's go ahead and try that and see, what we can do."
Okay.
So got him tested, and he tested, I guess positive. I guess is the correct word for it.
Yeah.
For ADHD, and it was ADHD and anger defiance, or defiance syndrome. So the counselor was like, well, we're going to start finding what triggers him, what sets him off. And the way the dad is talking, it's like damn near everything here. You wake up in the morning and stretch. He going to a damn tantrum, a damn fit.
Yeah.
And at first they was thinking that it was caused by when his mother passed away. He missed his mother, yada, yada, yada. But, it wasn't that. It was actually, they put him on medication, and the medication kind of calmed him down a little bit. But after a while, my partner, he was like, nah, man, that medicine ain't working no more. So, the kid steady growing up, was steady getting in. And when I say in trouble, I don't mean no major trouble. He was just being bad, like little kids do, being bad in school.
Yeah.
And he got into football.
Okay.
Well, sports. He was playing football, baseball, basketball, soccer, all that shit. He got into sports, and once he got into sports, my partner was like, "Well, hey man, he started calming him down." So now I think the dude he went to college. He didn't play. He forgot about football and stuff.
Yeah.
I think he's still in college now, but he's doing good. He's straight A student, getting ready to graduate. Got into computers and all that type of shit. So. That might be a way of, I ain't gonna say calming them down, but a way of, I guess, trying to get them unentitled to see if they got some kind of mental issue. And I don't want to just start labeling kids because that's wrong. But if they got some kind of issue, take them to a doctor. I mean, if it keeps persisting like that, and you are a tough parent and you're doing what you're supposed to do, take them to a doctor and see if they got some kind of issue,
Yeah.
and go from there. And either get them some medication or get them some kind of therapy, or I guess hell, even just talk to a shrink. I guess. Like I say I ain't the biggest one on shrinks because I used to talk to one. So, because I had anger issues and shit. I still do got anger issues, but they not as way near as bad, man. I'm a grown man now, and thinking about it back in the days, hell, I was kind of somewhat a little entitled ass kid, because I had all the major toys that came out when I was little, and if I didn't get something, I would fall out, but I'd get my ass whooped, and I ain't want it no more.
I know your mama and daddy, they didn't play.
It could stay at the stove. I'm good. I'm good now. I'm good. Even in my teenage years, if I didn't do what I was supposed to do, I got that ass whooped.
I don't know which one I was most scared of. I don't know if it was your mama or your daddy. I won't say your mama, 'cause Miss Josephine, she don't play.
That's the one. That's the one you would have been scared of.
She remind me of my mama. She don't play.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah, my retarded friends on my street, they like, "Ooh, man, your mama mean." And when we got older, I had to explain to them, say, "Nah, it ain't that. You can't come over there bullshitting, because if you do, you will get thrown out. Simple as that."
For sure. Well, I guess we can kind of say what we got to say about it. Like I say, always like and subscribe. Hit that bell button at the bottom of the screen. But we're gonna get ready to cut it off and sit back and get drunk now. Well, I ain't gonna take
No. Wait, hold up.
We got other people watching.
No, we're not. We're about to smoke a cigar, which we should have been doing while we were filming the segment.
Exactly.
But maybe segment 3 will do that.
Yeah.
But however, y'all take it easy. We love all y'all. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button.
And like I always say, I'll try and end it. Peace. Live long and prosper. And y'all pray every once in a while, because we all need it. We all need it. Not to say that we the most religious people in the world, because I do bad shit sometimes. But
wait, hold up. Every religious person do something bad. First off, there's only one person that didn't do bad, and that was the good Lord himself. So we all human. We're gonna do something stupid. We're gonna do something stupid in a few minutes. But y'all stay tuned. We'll tell you about it on the next segment.
peace.